Imagine you're standing on an alien beach. The waves are lapping gently at your feet, but it's not water touching your skin. It's liquid methane. The sky is a swirling haze of orange, thick with gases that would choke you instantly. This world is cold, toxic, and deadly to anything from Earth. But wait, what's that? Movement beneath the surface? Something living? Something thriving? What if life, real, breathing, squirming, thriving life, doesn't need water at all? It might sound crazy, but today we're diving into the wildest corners of the universe to explore the mind-bending truth. Life without water isn't just possible. It's out there, right now. Forget everything you thought you knew about biology, because this is going to blow your mind. And hey, before we jump into the cosmic deep end, make sure to hit that subscribe button, give this video a like, and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on the weirdest, wildest discoveries the universe has to offer. Now, let's explore. We've been told for years that life needs water. Earthly life is obsessed with the stuff. We drink it, bathe in it, swim in it, and without it, we turn into a sad pile of dust. But let's face it, we're Earthlings. We're biased. We think water is the be-all, end-all because it works for us. But the universe? The universe doesn't care about our tiny blue planet perspective. Out there in the great cosmic unknown, the rules are different. No, scratch that, the rules are bonkers. The universe is a playground of extremes, and life is the ultimate cosmic rebel. It doesn't follow our rules, it makes its own. And the biggest rule of all, life finds a way. Even without water. Imagine a world so cold that your eyeballs would freeze solid in seconds. Welcome to Titan, Saturn's largest moon. Here it's a balmy 979 degrees 929 Fra. Lakes and rivers flow, but not with water. They're filled with liquid methane and ethane. To us, it's a death trap. But what if, under those frigid waves, something is swimming? What if methane isn't just a toxic sludge, but a life-giving elixir to some alien creature? You might be thinking, okay, but methane? Really? Yes, really. You see, methane behaves like water when it's cold enough. It flows, it dissolves some chemicals, and it can support the wild chemical reactions that life needs. Picture an alien fish with methane coursing through its veins, perfectly adapted to these icy oceans. Its cells don't scream in horror at the cold, they thrive in it. Now let's turn up the heat. Imagine a world where the ground bubbles with molten sulfur, where the air reeks of chemicals that would burn your lungs to ash. Sounds like a nightmare, right? But to some alien creature, it's home sweet home. This is a place where sulfuric acid rains from the sky and life doesn't just survive the acid bath, it loves it. We already have hints that this isn't just science fiction. Right here on Earth, we have extremophiles, tiny, tough-as-nails organisms that make the impossible possible. They live in boiling hot springs, in toxic sludge, in places where nothing should survive. There are bacteria that breathe sulfur, microbes that snack on uranium, and creatures that can shrug off radiation levels that would fry us to a crisp. If life on Earth can be this extreme, why not on another world? What if somewhere out there are sulfur-breathing aliens happily bubbling away in a pool of acid? They're not just surviving, they're throwing a pool party. But let's not stop there. Let's get really weird. What if life isn't even carbon-based like it is here on Earth? What if, on some distant exoplanet, silicon takes carbon's place? Silicon is like carbon's quirky cousin. It can form complex molecules and might just be the backbone of a completely alien biochemistry. Imagine silicon-based creatures with skin that sparkles like crystal and blood that oozes a metallic sheen. They might exhale tiny grains of sand instead of carbon dioxide. Sure, it sounds like a sci-fi fever dream, but the universe is under no obligation to make sense to us. In fact, it seems to delight in being as bizarre as possible. Picture this, a giant gas planet swirling with clouds of liquid ammonia. To us, ammonia is a cleaning agent, a pungent gas that makes your eyes water. But what if, high up in those clouds, alien microbes drift lazily on the wind, using ammonia as their life-giving solvent? They'd see our need for water as hopelessly primitive. Water? They'd scoff. How quaint. These ammonia-dwelling life forms might build their entire biology around a chemical that we consider poisonous. Their proteins, their cells, their very essence could be built for a world where water is useless and ammonia is king. Now, let's zoom out and think about what this all means. If life can exist in methane lakes, in sulfuric acid rain, in ammonia clouds, or even in silicon-based bodies, then the universe is far more alive than we ever imagined. It means that life isn't the fragile, delicate miracle we thought it was. Life is tough. Life is relentless. Life is the ultimate survivor, adapting to environments that seem utterly impossible. The idea that water is the only path to life? That's yesterday's news. The universe is shouting at us to open our minds, to think bigger, to embrace the strange and the extreme. Because somewhere out there, beyond the reach of our telescopes, life is laughing in the face of our narrow expectations. So, what do you think? Could alien fish be swimming in methane oceans right now? Could microbes be floating in ammonia clouds, or crystal-skinned creatures basking in sulfuric heat? The possibilities are endless, and I want to hear your thoughts. Drop a comment below and let me know what wild, waterless worlds you think are out there. And if you enjoyed this mind-bending journey through the universe, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. There's so much more of the cosmos to explore, and trust me, you don't want to miss what's coming next. Because out there, in the cold, dark corners of space, life is waiting, and it's weirder than we could ever imagine.